just to kind of go off of what my partner has said, my claim is that ending the embargo will benefit the Castro regime. And according to a Congressional Research Service, it says that lifting the travel ban entirely will open the floodplains to American tourists, travel that will support Raul Castro's rule by providing his government with millions in tourist receipts. Advocates of restricting the travel propose any loosening that could prolong the Castro regime by propping it up with increased income. And also, just to go off of what my partner said, that the Cuban regime is considered a terrorist threat. And because my claim is that the Cuban government has consistently responded to attempts to soften the embargo with acts of aggression, raising the concerns that what would happen if the U.S. lifted the sanctions fully. And according to the United States, a report published by the United States Naval War College, says Cubans historically were classified as political refugees and provided under the Cuban Adjustment Act of 1966. President Clinton reversed that policy in effort to stop the illegal migration, and that's around the time after he did that. That's when Castro unleashed that flood of Cubans that my partner was talking about, 255,000. In that same publication by the United States Naval War College, Clinton did this in order to discourage illegal immigration, and he announced that prohibiting undocumented Cubans from entering the United States directed them to be transported to safe havens outside the United States. In an effort to find these people in the sea, the U.S. Coast Guard interdicted over 30,000 Cubans and 25,000 Haitian migrants during the operation. And after Castro found out that Clinton was doing this, he threatened to unleash another wave of migrants in the summer of 1995. And then with this, Clinton conceded and allowed the most migrants from the Guantanamo Bay to enter the United States. And then the last Cuban migrants that left Guantanamo Bay was in January 1986. And therefore, the Clinton administration began to explore ways to ease sanctions with Cuba under a policy guideline described by the then Secretary Warren Christopher. And then just right after that, on February 24, 1996, the Cuban Air Force shot down 2 private planes operated by a Cuban expedited group called Brothers to the Rescue. This resulted in the killing of 2 Cuban Americans. And the pilots were searching for, and the whole reason the pilots went out to sea was to search for Cuban Raptors trying to reach the United States in hopes of reaching citizenship. And